What's up, everybody? How we doing? Tonight I'm a rock and roll star. There is the one and only Liam Gallagher. Sounding a little off, but the man is an absolute bloody legend. I believe we are live. Let me just mute myself here because I hear myself coming back. Hold on, uno momento. How we doing, everybody? Let me know if you got me here. There we go. I don't think I hear myself now, so that's good. What's up? What is it, Mikey? It is Liam Gallagher coming back. He's on stage. Hair on point, Mike. Yeah, I just stuck a little bit of extra gel in, guys, because I was at a wrestling tournament all morning with my younger son, Lucas. He got the job done. Cheers. He got a silver medal at his first ever high school wrestling tournament. So I'm very, very proud of him. Thank you all for spending your time with me. Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois coming up shortly. Excited for that one as well. And I'm excited to see Liam Gallagher back on stage dropping an absolute classic. Thank you, Dean Lovat. Nice one, Lucas, indeed. You know, it wasn't even Terry Bailey, long-time member in the house. What's up, Terry? No man alive. The merch has not dropped yet. In fact, I should have a shirt on. What am I doing? Product placement missed. Another week or two. It's coming. It's in the final stages. We're making sure everything's perfect. Yeah, he got the silver medal. He didn't even have to do this tournament. It wasn't one that the high school kind of insisted that he went to, but he went anyway. He set his own alarm. He got up at 7 a.m., went to bed nice and early, went there, handled himself like an absolute bloody superstar all day. Talking of Liam Gallagher, he handled himself like a superstar. He got 2 really good wins. Third one, he got a good one as well. And then in the final, he got beat in the final. Didn't cry, didn't take it like a little bitch. Shook his hand, talked with his coach about what he did wrong. I was super, super proud of him. So well done, Lucas. Could not have been any prouder. Anyway, there we go. The King of Rome is here. Michael Caesar Bisping. If you look at my family tree, there is some claims to that. Anybody watching along? Are you guys all watching along? All 300 of you. It'll jump up in a little bit, I'm sure. What's our thoughts? I know I saw that John put a poll on. Thank you, John. Most of you have got Anthony Joshua winning. I haven't seen any of the fights so far. Obviously, I was at a wrestling tournament all morning. Sir Michael Bartholomew Bisping III. That is right, Shay Cray. Ha! Bisping always looks clean, lean. He's a commentating machine. You goddamn right. Do you know what I mean? Ha ha! You're an English weapon, mate. I'm watching it. Let's go, Darren. Let's go. Yeah, you're watching the boxing? No, I'm not watching. Let me know in the poll. Nice work, John. Land's End, Cornwall in the house. Been to Land's End a few times when I was a kid. We used to go down to, what was it called? The part of Cornwall. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. Beautiful place, though. Favourite part about coaching your sons in martial arts? You know, to be honest, I can't take the credit. He wrestles at high school and he goes to a gym called The Den. So, I mean, I do coach him a little bit at home and stuff like that, but I can't take all the credit. Can't take away from the great coaches that he has. So, you know, well done to those guys. Heat Squad Flame as Anthony Joshua in the first. I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. I think Anthony Joshua gets the job done. I think he's the better boxer. I think he hits harder. I think he's cleaner. I think he's meaner. But we shall see. Boxing's a great sport. You never know. It's not quite as convoluted as mixed martial arts. Obviously, mixed martial arts, you have no idea. That's why I don't bet. I can't bet anyway. But when I could, I didn't. Because you just never know. Mike, do I like cricket? Veer Odedra says, I don't like cricket, mate. Can't say I get excited for cricket. Combat sports only. I saw some little knobhead in the chat earlier going, Bisping doesn't even like boxing. I'm like, I'm not a sports guy. There's only a few that I like. And the combat sports. Boxing, kickboxing, Thai boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts. Don't mind a bit of football here and there. Don't mind a bit of basketball. But that's about it. Sorry, man, Bisping. Boxing not the same as MMA. Not as hype. Yeah, well, that might all change. You might have saw a video that I did yesterday. Dana White getting involved in the boxing scene. So I think he might try and add a bit of spice, a bit of excitement with the production and stuff. But to your point though, mate, there's only so much you can do because the sport isn't as exciting. You know, it's only punches to the head and to the body. Alex Murphy, thank you very much for the £5. Shout out from Lancaster. Made the Red Rose proud. I went to Lancaster, when was it? Last year. Went and had a walk around the castle and stuff. Had a bit of lunch. Went to a couple of the pubs. It was the pub where all the witches used to get hanged. What's the name of the pub? One of the oldest pubs. Oldest in Lancaster, apparently. But anyway, shout out to Lancaster and shout out to you, Alex Murphy. Mike, please invite John Fury to the podcast. You know what? I'd love to get John Fury on. Lancaster Farms. Oh, yeah. The prison. I would love to get John Fury on the podcast. No man alive would have to miss that episode. Bisping, would you have ever boxed if I didn't get the Vitor kick? Well, that's a bit of a dick thing. That was the plan. I was going to be a boxer. I was going to join the army, get on the boxing team, retire from the army and turn pro. Just like, not Chris Eubanks. What was Chris Eubanks' main opponent called? Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn. That's what Nigel Benn did. See, my dad was in the army. I was born on a military base. So my dad said, well, you get on the army, you get on the boxing team in the army. You won't do any army work. You'll just get paid to train boxing. So I tried to join the army. Army wouldn't take me because I'd been arrested for a few fights. You would think I would be a sergeant major's wet dream. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm not in the army now. Wadi. Do I know some fighter from Bulgaria? I don't, Mitko. I know some people from Bulgaria. So what have we got here? I'm going to take these headphones out. I've got Liam Gallagher blazing in my bloody ear hole. I like Liam Gallagher. He's absolutely hilarious. I'm putting it back in. Sounds a little off. It's hard when you're live, though, to be honest. You know, not that I'm a singer. Bisping would have been a great middleweight boxer. I'd have been a good boxer. Yeah, I know I would. I would have been. I would have been, but it made more sense when I couldn't get in the army. I found out about the UFC, and because I've done martial arts since a kid, it just made more sense to go down that path. And I'm very happy I did. He can't sing. Blur are a better band. You know, technically, I think Blur are a better band than Oasis, but I do like the attitude of Oasis. I love the attitude of Liam Gallagher. I love what he stands for. I love he don't take no shit. I think he's absolutely hilarious. Can't miss an interview with Liam Gallagher. But Blur have done some belters. Song 2, anybody? Woohoo! How did I start training MMA? Well, I started doing martial arts when I was a kid, and just kind of went from there, really, mate. Can Aspinall beat these heavyweights in boxing? Ramiro. That's a good question. Probably not. It'd be insulting. It would be insulting to say that he could, you know. But I think he'd have a good go. I think he's got the punch power. Look at the way he's finishing Sergey Pavlovich and Curtis Blades. He's not doing it with the wrestling or nothing like that. And he throws a few little kicks here and there, but it's mainly the hands that he does it with. So I think if he made the transition to boxing, or if he had done that earlier, he could have done fantastic. Thank you, Ramiro. Ice water or vodka? Well, the fights are on. The fights are on, Musty Dank. So it's a cheeky little vodka tonic. A cheeky one. I'm still recovering from neck surgery. You can see the incision there. And I'm still in bloody pain. So, no man alive should be in this much pain. Sean R says, Bisping, what do you think about Tank versus Lomachenko on New Year's Eve? Tank Davis, Lomachenko, I didn't even know they were fighting, mate, to be honest. But I think Tank. Bisping, do I like Linkin Park? I have some of their biggest, greatest hits on my like song. But yeah, I like Linkin Park. I'm not like a crazy fan, but they do some good stuff. Pipe down, Bisping. Samuel Bogdan or Burhan. All you got to do is fucking on watch, buddy. Don't tell me to pipe down. Dig says Max versus Ilya has the potential to be the best featherweight fight of all time. I've got AJ tonight. Shout out from Chesterfield, England. Shout out to you, Dig. You know what? You're right. Max versus Ilya. I am extremely excited for that one. I'll be there in Saudi Arabia. Abu Dhabi, pardon me. hold on. I'll be there in Abu Dhabi. And I'll be enjoying that one as a fan. So I'm doing the Wayne show, I'm doing Power Slap, but I'm not calling those fights, sadly. But I'll be in the crowd, I'll be watching, and I will be enjoying. And to your point, you're right. That could be one of the best featherweights fights of all time. It really could. If not the greatest ever. Bloody, what's his face? Ilia Topuria, though. That man is just brimming with confidence, isn't it? Jesus Christ. You better be careful. Max Holloway's no bitch. What else we got here? Matt Carney. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, brother. Mike, when you became famous, were you able to discern the difference between the yes men and hangers-on that can suddenly appear and those genuine friends that had your best interests at heart? Well, you bring up a good point there, Matt, because that is one thing that people that find new fame overnight, that's what they have to deal with, you know. A lot of wannabes, a lot of clinger-oners. Dana warned us all when we came off The Ultimate Fighter. He said, listen, you're going to have a lot of people come out the woodworks. Klingons, that's what he calls them. You're going to have a lot of people pretending to be your friends and talking about investment advice and stuff like that. I keep myself to myself, to be honest. I don't really get out there, and you know, I'm a quiet guy, so I didn't really suffer with that too much. I did have a little bit of it, and there's some genuinely good con artists out there. I've had a few people throughout my experience where I thought we were genuinely friends. I thought we were brothers. I thought we were fucking like best friends, and it turns out they were fucking scamming bastards, you know. So you got to be careful. But it's a good point, Matt Carney. But for the most part, I did. I've still got the same friends that I had 20 years ago, you know. But that's about it. Right. Ilya is Timu Conor McGregor. I don't think he is, to be honest. Speaking of Conor McGregor, have you seen he's at the fights? He had quite the intro. Walked in, shuffling with his collar. He looked like he was fucking shadow boxing. Cigar in hand, shades on, messing with his collar every 5 seconds. Heard it here first. Bisping too hard for the British Army. Exactly. That was it. They were like, good luck telling this guy what to do. Yeah, nah. All I'd been done for was a couple of scraps in pubs and stuff like that, and they never let me in. They said, no. They said, what did they say? They said, come back in 10 years when you... come back in 10 years and you might be able to join the logistics. Basically, a jumped-up wagon driver, lorry driver, truck driver. I'm like, I'm not interested in that. Fuck that. It's the best thing that ever happened, to be honest, because I was going to join the army and I was genuinely devastated. I was working at a factory at the time, just like loading settees and couches onto the back of a truck. And my big plan was to join the army, as I said. Applied, did all the tests, everything. And I got a phone call when I was at work. And I remember taking the phone call, and I was in the corner, and they said you couldn't get in the army. And I thought that was it. I thought that's the end of the road. I'm fucking done. That was my big idea. I was going to join the army, become a boxer, and all the rest of it. And I was on the phone, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, is this it? I can't even join the army. Is this what my life has come to? And it's weird, isn't it? Because everything happens for a reason. Look at that. I didn't get in the army when, in all reality, I should have been able to get into the army. I never, ever stole anything, never did anything bad. Yeah, I had a few fights. I got arrested for a few scraps. Well, that's the type of people that you want in the army, wouldn't you think? And if I had got in the army, I never would have gone down the UFC path. And I wouldn't be here talking to all 936 of you. Jesus Christ, tell your friends, we've got to get those numbers up, guys. Can I tell any horror stories from my old management, Adam Rogers? I can. Jesus Christ. Where do you start? Where do you start? Mate, my God. I mean, it's a long two managers that were just a fucking nightmare. That did not care. Stealing money, ripping me off, threatening to kill me, going round to my mother's house, suing me, multiple lawsuits, all completely made up and fabricated. So yeah, many horror stories. Right, anyway, enough about that stuff. Boxing, guys. Main event starting in just a minute. I hope there he is, Turkey Al Sheikh. There he is with Guy Ritchie. Go on, Turkey, give it one of them. Hold on. I can't do it quite as Got to give it one of them. Guy Ritchie's always there. Massive fight fan. 96,000 people. 96,000 people. That's unbelievable, man. Look at that. I mean, what a crowd. Martin Haridia, you're absolutely right. Hit the like button, everybody. Wolfscare Gang of Wrong'uns. Wolf's Lair, you're right. Maury Wiggs, fucking hell, mate. I had no idea what I was getting involved with. I joined this team to be a fighter, and they were a team with a lot of resources, and they had a cage, and they had jiu-jitsu black belts from Brazil and all the rest of it. I thought, well, this is great. And they rolled out the red carpet, and they seemed like they couldn't do enough for me. I had no idea what I was getting involved with. Murderous, heroin, drug-dealing bastards. Anyway, whatever. 1K now. That is right, buddy. Freddie Fox, let's go. Bisping, when is Rebecca starting her ASMR channel? What is an ASMR channel? Because I have no idea about that one. ASMR. She's not starting any channels anyway. 1,000 people and only 100 odd likes. Do better, people. This is a one-eyed champion. Whoa, Darren Story. You could have said, do better, people. This guy's a legend. Do better, people. This man's one of ours. Do better, people. He's giving up his Saturday. Do better, people. He's a great guy. What a guy. What a guy, you could have said. But no, a one-eyed champion. And I am a one-eyed champion as well. So come on. Yeah, Wembley, when it's sold out, is amazing. There's some amazing atmosphere. You know what? I was going to be there tonight. Shout out Thailand in the house. Yeah, mate of mine, Luca Pasqualino. He's got a bunch of tickets. They got a big fancy box. They're all there. I was going to go along. But next week, I'll be in Paris. Tuesday, I fly to Paris. Obviously, the UFC event there. Moicano taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. And my wife wants to stick around in Paris for a little bit. It was either go to London before or stick around in Paris afterwards. And I wanted to go to the fight. But she's like, we ain't spending another week in London. We were just there not long ago. So, fair enough. So I'm home, watching, like every single one of you. Moik gonna get that bag. Oh, Moicano. Moik, I sound fucking Irish. Any grown man that calls O'Sally sugar is beta. Thoughts on cheeky Luke Thomas? Well, I'll tell you my thoughts on Luke Thomas, right? And I know no way I'm talking fucking Irish now. Luke Thomas is a good guy. I like him. He's good at what he does. He was out of his mind the other day with his Twitter take. Here's what happened. He said that because Irina Aldana had a really bad cut, essentially should have got paid more money. I'm like, well, and I said, bad take. Fighters know what they're signing up for. I'm all for fighters getting paid the most amount of money, of course, but because somebody gets cut, you can't use that as an excuse to go, whoa, these people should be getting paid more money. Could have happened on the regional scene. Lucas this morning at that wrestling tournament could have broke his neck. Do you know what I'm saying? It's called sports. You take a risk. You take a risk crossing the street. You take a risk every day. And you should take risks. You got to take risks in life. You can't play it bloody safe. Anyway, who's this? Dig says, if Aaliyah beats Max, they could do the Bernabeu in Madrid. Bernabeu in Madrid. Imagine how big he could become with that promotion. You're absolutely right. And that's what they were talking about doing. But it's just finding availability and scheduling. I think that's what Dana said anyway. Right, here we are. We've got a little celeb shot here in the crowd. Anthony. All right, let's have a look. I didn't recognise a single one of them. I'm so crap with celebrity culture. Thoughts on Tom Skinner? Who is Tom Skinner? That's my thoughts. Rogan died 1 million times. People love to put that in the chat, don't they? R.I.P. Joe Rogan, there it is. Another one. Miss Dono, do. Adam Rogers, I apologise, mate. Let me see if I can find it. John, if you can see or tell me how I find the super chats, because I always miss the odd one. Oh, here we go. If Ilya beats Max, yeah, we just did that one. And let me just make this bigger. Hold on, guys. Hold on, make that bigger so I can read them all. They said they'd kill you. Explain. They were thugs. Adam Rogers, yeah, they were right. They were thugs. They were thugs. They were assholes. They can't find the way out of a wet paper bag, but they know a lot of people with guns. You know what I mean? So, what are you going to do? Yeah, got it. If Liam Gallagher was bad, do you reckon they're going to be bad in the reunion? He wasn't bad. He just sounded like he was singing live, which is ridiculous. Which he is. He is singing live. So, but he brought it, man. He brought the energy, and it seemed like everyone's enjoying themselves. Terry Bailey says, "Can you let us know when it starts, Mike, so we can sync our streams?" Right. Well, right now, John, we got to figure out this button thing, this counter. Right now, Michael Buffer's about to make the intro. The crowd is wild. There's a lot of people there. Sweet Caroline always brings the house down. That's another bad take of Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas says that Sweet Caroline is one of the worst songs ever. Well, he's obviously never been in an arena with thousands of people when Sweet Caroline comes on. Because when Sweet Caroline comes on and everyone there sings, and when 96,000 people that are all singing in unison, and they're all at a drink, and they're all excited for the main event, and everyone's Sweet Caroline, oh, oh, oh. It's just, yeah, it's not the best song ever, but the atmosphere is fantastic. Right, Bruce Buffer making the introductions right now. It's hella overplayed, but it's a banger. Yeah, you're right, Willie Rock. I'm just talking about in a crowd, in a live crowd. Yeah, Sweet Caroline is shit, yeah. But I'm just saying, in the crowd, you dickheads. Anyway, enough Caroline. If I have to hear Sweet Caroline one more time, if I have to see another comment about Sweet Bloody Caroline, I said that about Darren Till. When Darren Till fought Jorge Masvidal, this was a good line on ESPN Plus. It was kind of at Till's expense. I apologise, Darren. He walked out to Sweet Caroline. He fought Jorge Masvidal. He got knocked out, sadly. And then on the post-fight show, oh, here we go. What's going on here? We've got a bit of beatboxing or something like breakdancing. They've gone full Riyadh season, haven't they? It's like the Jabberwockies. Fireworks coming out of the hands. I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess, if you're there, but I just want to see the goddamn boxing. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, and I said on the post-fight show, I said it was Sweet Caroline on his way in, and it was Goodnight Irene on the way out. Whatever. Mike, would love to get your thoughts on the controversial early stoppage between Norma Stitz and Testicle. Hold on. Are you saying that Norma Stitz and Testicle was an early stoppage? Not bad. Terrible, in fact. Mike, you missed my dono. No, I didn't, Aiden Max. Now you're all just fucking with me. I did not do that. I did not do that. I'm just double checking, triple checking. Wildfire. Mike, what are your thoughts on the enormous tits? Yeah, no, we got it. Mike, do I think that Leon's going to get the belt back? I don't know, but here's Daniel Dubois walking out with one of the world titles that he owns. What is he? Let's have a look here. Is the IBO? What is he? He is the IBF world champion when he beat Philippe Hergovic. Or Aiden Max Super Chat. All right on, John. What are your thoughts on UFC 306? Did extensive videos on that one, mate. Aiden Max, thank you very much. But yeah, it was good. O'Malley thinks that he won, sadly. I understand as a fighter it's a tough pill to swallow, but I think Merab got it done. Anyway, Dubois. Dubois walking out. I first saw Dubois fight when I covered the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight, and I was blown away. I was aware of him. I'd seen him in the Olympics and stuff like that, but it was the first time I saw him fight live, and Jesus Christ. I was very impressed. Since then, what did he do? Beat Trevor Bryan, KO. Kevin Lerena, KO. Lost to Usyk. A lot of people thought he should have won that because of the body shot. It was low. And then he came back and had 2 wins, Jarrell, Baby Miller, and Philippe Hergovic. So, He's no joke for anybody. I just think Anthony Joshua, and maybe it's recency bias, maybe it's seen what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou. I mean, that was insane. Speaking of insane, insanity. Look at that crowd. Jesus Christ. And then the shot of Wembley outside, overhead, the aerial shot, all the fireworks coming out the top. Makes me proud to be British. It really does. Seeing the fights that we put on. All British affair. 96,000 people. I mean, as big as the UFC is, they haven't done stuff like this and that. I'm not knocking them. I'm saying this is British boxing at its absolute peak. And these aren't even, you know, Dubois is not even one of the biggest names. Imagine Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua in England. Holy shit. Fight Disciples alive as well, Terry Bailey. But what you doing? You're trying to get them to flipping jump on there. Darren Story, how did I win the championship with one eye? I tell people every time we speak about UFC to do that with what you had to go through. You're a pure weapon and England's best ever UFC champion. I am England's best ever UFC champion. I'm England's first ever UFC champion. And all those other champions only knew about this shit because I paved the way. Jokes. Trim it now. Cut it out though. Put that on social media. Just grit, determination, stubbornness, skill, heart, will, dedication, guys. Right, so Dubois just walked in the ring now. What do we think on the poll? Yeah, 78% have got Anthony Joshua winning, 79% now. That's understandable. That should be how we all feel, you know. He's fought better competition. He's been in these kind of situations and these big fights for longer. He's got a better resume. Yeah, he's got 3 losses, 2 to Usyk, 1 to Ruiz. No shame, he avenged the loss to Ruiz. Dubois also has a loss to Usyk and he was finished as well. So, and AJ seems to have got his fire back. He's got a bit more experience. I think psychologically he's got the edge in this one as well. Dubois, when they had that face-off, was like, let's go, let's go. And AJ was like, don't disrespect me. You've probably seen that clip. It was brilliant. I'm excited for this one. Very, very excited. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. Boxing is silly, bro. Well, let's see if this fight is silly. Hustle Bones. If you're an MMA fan, yeah, look, listen, I get it. Maybe it's not your cup of tea. But a good fight is a good fight. Regardless, I'm going to take that out. Listening to commentary and speaking to you guys at the same time, it's not easy. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I did that. Since I've been doing this for 28 minutes, I've had them dickheads rabbiting on in my ear whilst talking to you. No wonder I was making bloody mistakes. Would I ever go to a Diddy party? I'll tell you what, I'll show you something right now. Hold on. I would not go to a Diddy freak-off. I would not go to a Diddy freak-off, but, hold on. Look at this. Look at this shit. That was me, McGregor, and P. Diddy. Way back in 2013. I told you, I used to hang around with dickheads. I've always said that. And there's a couple of dickheads right there. Anyway, couldn't resist that one. Here's the man himself, the man of the moment, the one and only Anthony AJ Joshua. He's a big, big bloke, isn't he? And respect to Anthony Joshua. I'm telling you. I am the man. Thank you, Truth. Do I think Jones will fight Aspinall? I hope so. I hope so. Oh, Michael, I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. Hey, bro, I wasn't hanging out with Puff Daddy. Look at that face. He looked so pissed off. He was so annoyed. So it was me, McGregor, my management, my manager, Audie. We were at a UCLA football game, and the game was over, I think. We were leaving, but Diddy, my mate Diddy, his son was on the team or something like that, so he was there watching. And my manager always like, hey, get a picture. And he said, hey, can we get a picture with my clients? Something like that. And that was the picture. There it is, you know. And that's been doing the rounds lately, because Puff Daddy, as well as being a woman-beating piece of shit, had, what was it, 1,000 bottles of baby oil? 800 dildos? My God. Anyway, let's talk about this scene right here. Fireworks again shooting out of Wembley Stadium. AJ standing there just taking in the moment. The Rocky music playing. Oh, God, I hear that Rocky music. Makes me want to go. And if you're a real man, then you know. You should be the same way. I can't watch Rocky or hear that music. Fucking hell, I want to go train right now. I do love it. I do love it. I tell you, if my neck weren't so fucked, and I didn't have one eye, and I didn't have 2 false knees, and I didn't have a torn labrum, and my wrist wasn't broke, and my nose wasn't done in, I'd make a comeback. So Gold Digging says, this is so cringe. Why does he not just walk into the ring? He's soaking up the moment, mate. When you've got that kind of promotion there, when you've got that kind of spectacle, you know, why not enjoy the moment? Why not soak it in? The fight's going to start in a minute. AJ's going to be in there. But that moment, that visual that I'm seeing right there, very, very few people on planet Earth get to experience that. Like the UFC's on every weekend pretty much. But that spectacle of 96,000 people, adoring fans, people watching from all around the world, fireworks blasting in. Very few people get to experience that. So take it in. Soak up the moment. Enjoy it. Because guess what? Moments like that, they are what you live for as a fighter. So, Gold Digging European, I'm not with you on that one, buddy. Don't just get in the ring. Soak it fucking up. Like wrestling, you crack on. Haha. Those are robots. Who's winning, Bisping? AJ. 6th round. KO. That's what I think. No Man Alive merch dropping soon. Fernando777. Is it pay-per-view? It is on dazn. And because of that, man, we can see on the screen right there, Turkey Al Sheikh, a bargain. $19.99. I mean, you've got no excuse not to buy it for that. I know there's a lot of people out there, they can get on their cracked streams or whatever they are, and they can stream it illegally. You know, they can pirate it and all that shit, but $20, most people can afford $20. I know £20 in England is a bit different, but $20 in America, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. You're paying close to $10 for a coffee at Starbucks. Bisping fight Rockhold in karate combat, or you're gay. Well, that's not nice, is it, Ad Hopper? $20? $20, Ryan H. Mike, who would have won between Khabib and GSP? Tough one. I've got to go with GSP, though. More well-rounded, better striking, bigger. But who knows? Usyk's there. You see Usyk got arrested at the airport. I'm going to end that poll, John. 80% roughly have got Joshua winning. We know this. My thoughts on Max versus Ilia Topuria. I am a little concerned for Ilia. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this down. I'm not going to listen like that. Hold on, we've got the national anthems. God save our Lord. Oh, it's the king, isn't it? It's not the queen. So Jesus Christ. I'm saying God save the queen. Oh, God. God rest her soul, of course. Do I think that Whittaker can get the belt again? I do. I do. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. But he's got one more shot. I think Whittaker has one more crack at it. If he beats Khamzat Chimaev, a title shot should be imminent. It should be imminent. And you never know. right? Just because he lost against Dricus the first time doesn't mean he loses the second time. And I think other than Dricus, I mean, Izzy's out of the equation now. Izzy, obviously, was kind of like kryptonite for him. Izzy's kind of out of the equation. So right now it's Sean Strickland or Dricus du Plessis. I think he'd beat Sean Strickland. And I think he could have a go in the Dricus fight again. It's not guaranteed. I fought Rockhold. He beat me the first time. I beat him the second one. The first fight I was blind completely because he headbutted me and blood was going in my good eye. But whatever. What's in the water? It's not water. We know this. It's vodka. But there's nothing big. There's nothing, you know. I don't think I'm big or I'm clever. But it's a Saturday afternoon. You're all sitting at home with a glass of wine. Maybe a coffee. Maybe a tea. Maybe a beer. People are all having beers there watching the fight. People are in pubs watching the fight. I'm sitting at home talking to you lot. So I'm having a little drinkle stinkle. So stick it up your ass. Great thumbnail, Michael. Well, thank you very much. I can't take credit for the thumbnails. I do give a little bit of input, but John Brannigan, my editor, he does all that stuff and he does fantastic work, as I'm sure you'll agree. Let's have a listen here.
Chairman and Supervisor Charles Giles and the International Boxing Federation.
What do we think? Who looks better? I mean, AJ's robe, or we've got the Mike Tyson style. You know, just like, I don't know what you call that. Tyson used to wear those, didn't he? Just like, it's not a robe, it's just like kind of loose on him with a big cut here. It's not a cape. I think AJ style's better there. Dubois shirt is not it. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. AJ looks focused. He does, Terry. You like Dubois Tyson style? Okay, all right. Poncho. Yeah, it's more of a poncho, isn't it? AJ looks better. He does. He does look better. We don't want to hear your TV. Put your earphones in. I'll do whatever I want, pal. I will do whatever I want. He isn't bulky enough to rock the Tyson. I don't know. Dubois is not a small guy. He is not a small guy. Jason Carney, that's very kind of you. Jason Carney, thank you very much. He's a member. Rebecca! Rebecca! I've got the door closed. She probably can't hear me. She's here, though. What kind of vodka are you sipping? Belvedere. Belvedere's my go-to. Dubois got this hospital gown style. Hello, she's here. What did you? What did I want you for? Somebody said something about you. Do you want to say hi real quick? No. The fight's about to start. Oh no, what was it? Something. Why did I want Rebecca? Why did I call her? Oh, we got Jason Carney. He's been a member for a long time. Give us a woo. Woo. There you go. That's for you, Jason. That's for you, Jason Carney. The wife is there. She just went to Ralph's. We go to Paris on Tuesday, so we're stocking up. She's doing a lot of cooking. The kids aren't kids anymore. They're 23, 21, and almost 15. So, you know, they're not kids. So she's going to do, she's cooking some, she's doing a homemade tomato soup. She's doing like a chicken pesto gnocchi. She's doing a lasagna. She's filling the freezer and the fridge with homemade goods so the kids can eat well whilst we're gone. Living the life, spending a goddamn fortune. If any of you know France, we're going to be in Paris for about a week and then we're going to go off for a few days. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Why? What did I just say that's old? That I'm going to Paris? You might want to travel, mate. Right. So, listen to that. Here we go, boys and girls. Hold on, I'll turn it down in a sec. All right, here we go. Round one, ding, ding, about to start. What was the question there? What fight did you feel the most motivated and driven when you were actually fighting, making that walk to the cage? Probably the Anderson Silva fight. Thank you, Jawa18. I really appreciate that, buddy. According to Joe Rogan, Tyson just cut a hole in the towel and threw it on. More badass and don't give a fuck about Dubois' punch-out. Yeah, I like that eye as well. Right. Alex Ross, my man. Thank you, brother. Okay, here we go. So AJ skirting around the outside of the ring. Dubois pressuring early. Nice jabs from Dubois. Now remember, AJ against Francis Ngannou was able to just really take his time. Oh, Dubois going at him hard. Oh, opening the tank. Landed a couple of left hook, right hook. Definitely putting it on AJ early. Early doors. Wow. Another little jab gets through from AJ, but I tell you what, Dubois has got to be careful. Jab, right hand over the top, connected on AJ. AJ still looks calm and composed though. He's having to weather a storm here though. There's another solid jab from Daniel Dubois. 1-2 for AJ. Right hand just kind of clips him. A little bit out of range though. Didn't see the full impact of it. This is good for Dubois though. Show you ain't intimidated, that you belong here, that you feel that you're gonna win, that you're not intimidated, that you're gonna take it to him. Because AJ has this way of psychologically beating people before they even fight. And Dubois right now is saying, bro, I don't give a shit. Dubois is throwing in combinations. Big hooks as well. There's a good right. There's a good right for AJ. Good slip and rip from Daniel Dubois. Really, really good action here. Opening round is unbelievable. Let's go down the bottom here of this chart. Keep the charts coming in. I always like it when the high guard fighters more. That doesn't make sense, whatever you just type there, mate. So we've got 50 seconds left in round one. So far, Dubois has got this round, and there he is again. Gets him with the jab. That's the key to the door. Comes over with a big right. Left hand as well. What's the referee saying? Oh, telling him off about, he did lead with his head. Clash of heads there, potentially. Walnut says that AJ's got a high chin. Let's have a look. Let me see. His chin is it is high. You're right. That's a good point. His chin is kind of high up in the air. Good uppercut from AJ. Didn't get through. Oh, AJ swinging a little wild there as well. Oh! AJ's down. Looping right hook from Daniel Dubois. Drops him. And AJ is wobbled. He's up. He's standing. He's kind of all over the place. He is not in a good place right now. Oh! That's the end of the round. Wow. Holy shit. We just almost saw a first round knockout for Daniel Dubois. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Dubois paid him no respect whatsoever. Closed the distance. Look at that. So AJ swings wild. Dubois sees it coming. Slips out the way. Joshua with his hand down. Joshua's hand was down here. And he just swings. Boom. Clips him hard. And AJ goes straight to the canvas on his knees. And even when he got up, he was here and he's like this and he's talking to the ref and he had a glazed look in his eye. He looked like me after 5 more of these. 7 more of these. I can hold my shit. Now, AJ is getting humbled. So right now, this is panic stations for Anthony Joshua. In your mind, you're like, shit, this isn't supposed to be happening. This is not how this was supposed to go down. This is not what my coaches told me. I'm supposed to be the better guy. But right now, Daniel Dubois is putting it on him again, picking up where he left off at the end of round 1. That's what you got to do. Maintain that momentum. He's all over him. AJ's taking big shots here. Massive combination from Dubois. Boom, boom, one after the other from Dubois. He's just ragdolling him, paying him no respect, walking him down, swinging with everything that he has. And Anthony Joshua looks like he's on his last legs. Anytime Joshua throws, he's leaving himself open to a counter. Jason Carney, boom, my man. DP, if AJ loses tonight, do you still want to see him versus Fury or Wilder? I kind of do. I kind of want to see AJ versus Fury regardless. There's been that much hype for years, but never mind that right now. AJ goes for a double leg takedown. Dubois throws a jab. Did a double leg takedown. Now AJ's on his back foot. This is what Joshua needs to do. Oh, he ate a heavy jab there. Heavy jab. He can't be too proud right now. The boxing ring's pretty big. He's got to be light on his feet. He's got to dance around. You've got to swallow your pride. You've got to say, right, I'm rocked. I need to buy some time. I need to say, fuck this a minute, but have my hands up and dance around until you're fully composed. Another jab from Dubois. Dubois is just the more effective, the more impactful puncher. They're locked up right now and they're having a little wrestle. They're like two rams with horns locked. Dubois just missed with that one. Again, the lead left hook from Dubois gets through. Jason Carney gifted 5 memberships. I don't know how that works, Jason. Does 5 people just get memberships? I hope so. Let's go. Jason Carney, you are the man. Very kind. And welcome back, brother. Always good to see you here. Bisping, how do you see Fury versus Dubois? I don't know, man. Marcus English, thank you. Two homosexual rams. Yeah, whatever. Another jab. A series of jabs. Anthony Joshua, this is not good. This is not looking good at all. Dubois just looks like the better boxer. He looks crisp. He looks more powerful. He's defending. He's slipping and ripping. Joshua tonight is not looking good. He is not looking good. And Dubois right now is looking like a world champion, looking like he's going to cruise to a knockout. And fair play. How long's left on the scorecards? That's it. I'm telling you right now, Anthony Joshua was lucky to see that second bell. He didn't get a count in that round, but the fact that he didn't go down to the ground is, fair play to him. He took some heavy shots. He definitely got dominated. 10-8 round, I think, in round 2. 10-8 round 1. Yeah. Maybe. So, Jesus Christ. Matt Carney's at it again. Jason Carney, should I say, with the memberships. Good man. Right, well, I'll tell you what. What do I do? What do you mean buy gift memberships? How does that work? I'm so shit at YouTube. I've lost the chat. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's all going tits up now. It's all going tits up. I've got to go over to Streamlabs. I'll join the chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, I fucked it. I have literally fucked it now. I don't even know where you've all gone. I've got it here on my Streamlabs though. Thank God. Oh, here we are, round 3. Another great jab. Dubois is just all over him now. Absolutely bossing him. But the problem is here, is he gonna gas? Because the output from Dubois has been big. It's been heavy. He's been committing to his shots. He can't do that for 12 rounds. Anthony Joshua hasn't thrown nowhere near the amount of shots. He has taken a lot of shots though. I'd rather be throwing than being the one taking them. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Hold on. I'm trying to join my live again. My own live. Now I've got to pop out the chat. Here we go. There it is. Pop out the chat. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need a chat summary, AI. Right, so we're only a minute into round 3. But I will say AJ looks like he's composed himself a little bit. It seems that Dubois has calmed down a little bit. Oh, big shot by AJ, swinging at fresh air, but he committed. He jabbed, right hook. Jesus Christ, that was a punch. If he connected, but he didn't, so it doesn't matter. So I'll shut up. Sorry. The one thing I think AJ is trying to set up is if he can somehow outlast Dubois. You're right, DP. That's what I was just saying right then. How do I become a UFC referee or commentator? No man blitz. No nami blitz. Good luck with that, love. I have no idea. Become a legend. Become a Hall of Famer. Be like Anthony Joshua and pop the jab to the face of Anthony Dubois. Dubois, the pace has slowed down now. Oh, AJ slipped the jab, came back with the right uppercut. See, the thing is, experience. Sharp tooth, thank you very much. I was awesome in season 3. I appreciate that. See, AJ's been in these big moments before. Now, I don't know, but it looks like Daniel Dubois is starting to slow down a little bit. It looks like he's slowing down a little bit. Maybe that's because he didn't pace himself. But I would like to think he can go hard for 12 rounds. You should be able to. Joshua looks fully composed though, but I tell you what, Dubois still pushing forward. Just because the output has slowed from Dubois, the optics of the fight are still pretty similar. Oh, left hook from Dubois. And Anthony Joshua's down again. He's up, he's down, he's not, he's up. Boom, one, left, right, uppercut, uppercut. Anthony Joshua's down. He's through the ropes. He's trying to get back to his feet. It's like a scene from Rocky. He's grabbing hold of the ropes. He's up. They're counting him. He's up. The referee's called him on. Called him on. Woo! Saved by the bell, though. I mean, he got up on his feet, and then it was the end of the round. If there was a few more seconds left in that round, I'll tell you what, fair play to Daniel Dubois. I said round 6 stoppage for Anthony Joshua. Jesus Christ. Nowhere near. Look at that. AJ wobbled all over the place. And this was a real savage beatdown that Dubois put on AJ. He managed to stay on his feet for a while, but he took a lot of shots. That one was a glancing uppercut. A left hook there cracks him hard. AJ falls back to the ropes, and look at Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn is not liking what he's seeing, obviously. That's his number one guy. I'm going to get to the super chats in a minute, but keep them coming. Oh, Joshua's down again. Round 4. 10 seconds into the round. He's good. He's giving it one of these, Joshua. Wow. AJ went with a big right hand straight away, but he's down again. AJ's down. That's it. They're calling it off. It's off. It's done. He's been knocked down. Oh, no. He said no knockdown. Said it was a slip. AJ's back on his feet. They're going for it. Dubois walked him down. He's got him against the ropes again. Now Anthony Joshua ties him up. Not a bad idea. 1-2 from Dubois. AJ circles away. High guard. Forearm block. They tie up again. Dirty boxing from Dubois. Keeps a hold of him. Rabbit punches to the body from Dubois. AJ calls him on. AJ calls him on. Not very smart. You might hit the canvas again, but fair play. I like it. The fuck is AJ doing? He's over there. He's looking over there. He's like me, walking into walls. One eye. Your fucking guy's over there, buddy. Right. AJ Dubois went low with that body shot. That was like reminiscent of the Usyk fight. Oh, he's getting told off for it as well. He's getting told off for a low body shot, yeah. It was low. Right. Here's AJ. Dubois again connects. AJ almost went down. I tell you what, you can't say that Anthony Joshua doesn't have heart, because right now he's getting his fucking ass kicked. He's getting his ass kicked. He's getting embarrassed. He's getting dominated. He's getting beaten pillar to post. He's still trying. He's still staying in this fight. He's getting battered. He's getting battered. He's getting humiliated. He's getting... Oh! Uppercut from AJ wobbles Dubois. Unless it was a little slippity-bippity. It was an uppercut. As I was saying, AJ's been dropped 4 times in this fight so far. Anytime he can stay down. The man's a fighter. The man's got heart. He's got fighting spirit. He's also got in on a double leg takedown there. Dubois going for it again. This is really bad for Anthony Joshua, though, so far. And Dubois, it doesn't seem like he's getting tired. We're only in round 4. Holy shit. Round 4. I got to see a punch count. AJ still got some fire though. He still got some pop. He just threw a right hook that was fast and quick. Dubois does look like he's getting sluggish now though. He just lunged forward with a leaping left hook to the body. And he was really sloppy. And AJ still looks with it. He still looks sharp. He still looks on form. You know, when you're boxing, my old coach would be like, keep your shape. Meaning you keep your shape. You're not like, no, you're here. You're fucking moving well. You're not like, You know, keep your shape, chin down, hands high, moving well. Not, you know, as I say, looking like that. AJ looks like that. AJ looks like this. He still looks tight. He still looks clean. Still looks like he's getting the shit kicked out of him. But Dubois is starting to blow a little heavy, starting to get a little sluggish. And I'm starting to get a headache. I need to take a bloody deep breath. Wow. Give myself a little head massage. I get a lot of headaches. It's this fucking neck. Right, deep breath. 2,700 of you. Thank you all for being here. AJ went downhill after that speech he did. Who's that there? Tyson Fury. Rabbiting away to Guy Ritchie. So Dubois, massive recovery powers though, because he seems like he's recovered. 60 seconds in between rounds. Now he looks sharp again. DP. I don't know how AJ is surviving, but one small victory for him is that he's closing Dubois' eye with the jab. Yeah, you're right. And we're still only in round 5 of a 12-round fight. We're not even at the halfway mark yet. As I say, you can't deny the balls and the heart in Joshua. Solid jab from AJ. Oof, Dubois got rocked. Right hand from AJ. No way. This would be an amazing comeback. Trading now. Oh! Joshua goes down again. A right hook. A right hook from Dubois. He ain't getting up from this one. And it is over. Wow. Daniel Dubois just went out there, dominated from start to finish, beating pillar to post. Even Conor McGregor's there with his hands in there, in like the confused madness of it all. Daniel Dubois has just arrived. He's one of the biggest names now in international heavyweight boxing. And that throws a big spanner in the works. AJ, if he'd have won this, would have been going up against the winner of Fury versus Usyk in December. It's just around the corner. Well, guess what? Step aside, Butch, because now it's Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois. Wow. I got to say, fair play to Anthony Joshua. He got the shit kicked out of him. He did. It was a really, really punishing night for Anthony Joshua. But even to the final seconds, he was still throwing. And he had Dubois hurt. He had Dubois hurt, cracked him with a big shot, got a little bit too excited, left an opening, and a right hook from Dubois just absolutely flatlined him. Face plant. Face first down to the canvas. Wow. 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 What was that? Round 6 or 5? Why am I shouting? I do shout a lot. I'm sorry. Right, I'll just calm down now. I'll just calm down a little bit. I'll talk to some of you guys. Babe! Hold on, don't leave. I'm going to open that door so she can hear me. When I shout, Rebecca, then she can hear me. Because we're going to talk about the interviews. Wait there, guys. Wait there. I'm coming back. Nothing. Come here. What? Oh, she won't come. Oh, you're still there. You're still there, guys. I just had to open the door. Rebecca won't come on camera today. Come here.
I'm not camera
Just
ready.
come in. You are.
I am not.
Well, we're talking about boxing anyway. I've got a headache.
You'll be okay.
No, will you get me some ibuprofen and give me another one of those? I've got to talk to 17,000 people here. So.
17,000?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's have a look at this replay. Right. Time for some calm analytics now. So Joshua, oh man, he was throwing an uppercut and he leaned into it. So when you're standing here, you throw the shot. Whoa. His head was moving here and he came right onto the shot of Daniel Dubois. Shit, man, that was a heavy knockout. That was bad. And it was a bad night at the office. I mean, he didn't lose consciousness. So there's something there. But sometimes when you're a fighter, getting caught, getting knocked out, it's better than that. It's better than getting dominated for 5 rounds. It's better than getting dropped 4, 5, 6 times, whatever it was. It's better than getting outclassed. Because not only can you realistically sell the narrative that, hey, I was doing well, I got caught. You can tell it to yourself. You can tell yourself, listen, I just got caught. I just got caught. But when you go out there and you get dominated and you get dropped, and the only good thing that people can say is, wow, fair play, he showed a lot of heart, he didn't give up. That's hard to come back from, because it's this thing. It's not so much the physical damage. Of course, there is physical damage. There's the chin. There's the brain damage potentially. You know, people talk about CTE. But it's the psychological damage to the fighter and what that means for the rest of their career. You can't say that AJ's a bum or that he's not going to come back and he can't bounce back. No, you can't say any of that stuff. I'm just saying these are things to consider. And now, of course, Daniel Dubois defends the IBF belt. Here we go for the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Wembley Stadium, this contest comes to an end.
Wow.
59 seconds, round
Fair play to Daniel Dubois.
and still,
And still, baby. And still. And still. Well, Carl, how was it?
It was good. You doing it live?
I'm doing it live. Do you want to come and join? Anthony Joshua just got knocked out.
I didn't.
He did. He just got knocked out.
Oh shit!
Come and
for real?
come say hi to everyone.
I got something to do. I'm starving.
Are you good though? How was it?
I got a very average score.
Average?
Average.
Good or bad?
It was average.
I know.
It's in the middle.
Are you happy?
I'm not upset.
All right, get out. Leave the door open. It's a bit hot. Callum had a big exam today. Anyway, babe, where's my paracetamol? Connor and Fury, them two together, rum ham. You're absolutely right. Keep an eye on them two tonight. No man alive should miss that after party. I'll tell you that. Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Single dingle or double trouble?
Single dingle.
Yeah, so we don't do doubles around there. Let's have a listen to Dubois. We are entertained, buddy. That was unbelievable. Is this his worst loss? Yeah, it is, Ghost. That is the worst loss of Joshua's career because, as I said, against Ruiz, he kind of got caught. Against Usyk, he lost twice by split decision and a unanimous decision. And that's also Alexander Usyk. Dubois was somebody that people didn't really... I mean, they respected him. We knew he was dangerous. But the narrative, 80% of people on here, the majority of people worldwide thought that Joshua was just a better guy. He went out there and solidly beat him from start to finish. Joshua never even really got in the fight. So, yeah, without a question, the worst loss of his career. Yeah, there's a lot of money gone down the pipe there for Anthony Joshua, for Tyson Fury, for Eddie Hearn, for all the promoters, for all the people involved. But that's why you got to love these sports. That's why. You know, even I said, I think AJ wins round 6 knockout. Jesus Christ. Dubois battered him. He paid him no respect. He was the better boxer and he hit way harder. He connected way harder anyway. The real question is, what's AJ going to do now? You know, because he's been the champion before. He's made the money. What is he, 35? 34, I think? He's not exactly an old guy. But in the words of Faceless Tura, who's in the chat here, it was an assassination. AJ got assassinated. There might be the thumbnail, John, for the instant reaction. The bloke battered to death and he's saying, don't mix pain meds. I don't get that one. Let's listen.
What's your answer now, Frank? Well, the magnitude, it was phenomenal when it was a phenomenal fight.
I mean, wow. So the Wilder fight, yeah, no. There's still options, of course. There's definitely still options for Anthony Joshua. Of course there is. The man just sold 96,000 tickets to Wembley Stadium. Of course, if he wants to continue to fight. But that's the big question. At what point do you say it's done? We know what happens in boxing. Typically 1 loss, 2 losses, you walk away. That narrative does seem to be going away, and the trend isn't the same as what it used to be, you know. Used to be 1 loss, that was it, done. But now it's a little bit different. But Anthony Joshua, let me just double check here. Let me just look him up here. Anthony Joshua. I think he's 34. Is he 34? Anthony Joshua, Wikipedia. This man is, Wikipedia please, there we go. 34. 35 in October. On the 15th of October, next month he's 35. Not an old man, far from it. But one has got to think that he has amassed a tremendous amount of wealth. Certainly doesn't need to box anymore. So I would say, and the people close to Anthony Joshua, the people that love him, the people that care for him, would say, walk away. You've done it. You've done it. You dedicated your entire life to boxing. You've probably got, I don't know, 150 million quid sat in the bank. You don't need to do this anymore. You just got starched. You're out of the big money fights. Sure, stick around, fight Deontay Wilder, fight Zhang, fight whoever, you know. But what's the point? The paydays won't be as big. The glory isn't there. The belts aren't on the line. And there's damage now starting to add up. And he's got the money. I stuck around for far too long because I needed the money, you know. Guys like that at the top of boxing, they get paid ridiculous money. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's worth. Let's just Google this. Let's have a look, eh? Should we take a little... Let me see what fucking Google says about this, which Google is never correct. But let's have a look.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we're still on Puff Daddy over there.
Let's have a few words, Anthony.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hold on.
We knew
Anthony
that this was going to be a tough fight,
Joshua
regardless of what
net
the bookies said and what
worth.
the
I mean, it doesn't...
casual boxing
These aren't
fans said. It was
accurate.
always going to be a tough
Far
fight
from
for you, AJ.
accurate, in fact.
What went wrong there tonight?
Oh, yes, I accept.
Credit to him and
Hold
his
on, let
team.
me just make this.
Verizon entrega cualquier teléfono en cualquier condición por el nuevo iPhone 16 Pro.
Hey, Mike, your
Teléfono
commentary...
para volar a Verizon.
Oh, Jesus
Ahora
Christ.
Verizon, todos los teléfonos pueden
Hey,
ser
Mike,
el
your
nuevo
commentary
iPhone 16 Pro.
was way more
Llévate el iPhone
entertaining
16
than
Pro
TV.
por nuestra
Thank you, buddy. I
cuenta. Solo en
appreciate
Verizon.
it.
Respect to my opponent.
You can't hear the audio from the pay-per-view, John, because it's muted. Hey, Mike, your commentary. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. So we were looking at Anthony Joshua's net worth. It says here... It doesn't say. I hate the... Oh, 83 million quid. Right, and that is, when was this article? This article was, I don't know. And Celebrity Net Worth won't tell you jack shit, and it's not accurate, and it's nowhere near it. But, you know, let's listen to Joshua. Joshua saying he made a lot of mistakes. He said it is what it is. All right, now Eddie Hearn. Anthony Joshua just spoke. No excuses. Said it is what it is. Now Eddie Hearn's chatting away. Be interesting to see what Eddie says right now. Obviously the promoter of the fighter, not of the sport. You know what I'm saying? So it always gets different. Let's hear the spin. Yeah, no, Eddie Hearn just said that it was a big right hand that Dubois landed in the first round. And after that, he was fighting on heart. And that's a fair point. And I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's right. He probably never recovered after that first round. You know, simple as that. All right, let's go back to the chat here. What we got? Bisping. Oh, fuck off. Why does it keep doing that? Right, there we go. It's your pal, Jordan, from Saskatchewan, Canada. Remember me? I still think that you and Max have the hottest wives. Jordan, You're the man. Right, let's go through some of these super chats then. Let's have a look, see what we got here. Now the fight's over. Hey, Mike, your commentary was better than the TV. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Okay, all right. Well, it looks like I've done them all. I don't think I have, though. Poor Anthony. I'm not reading that out. John Fury would never lose like that, ever. Well, he never got to that level. We would never know. 83 mil. I just made $3. All right. I'll do another 20 minutes or so. I'll do another 20 minutes and then I'm going to go about my life. Daniel Dubois, congrats, respect, unbelievable. That was crazy. The pride of England, Bisping. Well, thank you very much. I am waiting. I am waiting for my knighthood. I am waiting for Bisping Street. I am waiting for, something. It was the beginning of the end, that overhand right from Dubois to the temple. You're right, it was. He did it. He never recovered. He never recovered. Dubois went out there straight away, put it on him immediately, right? And that was the big thing. And he was done from that. And fair play to Joshua because he didn't have to get up. He hit the canvas, I want to say, 4 times? It was 4 or 5 times that he got hit and went down hard. And there was a few times that Dubois was unloading on him and just ferocious combinations, one after the other. And he was trying to stay in it. He was falling through the ropes and stuff. That was pure heart. We're seeing it here. Big jab from Dubois. Right hand over the top. Left hook straight away. Boom. That jab snaps the head back of Joshua. Looping overhand right. Jesus Christ. Threw that one from last week. Here's another look. Over the top, overhand right. When Joshua takes that one, boom. I mean, he's only human. Sharp tooth. Do I have any crazy stories that happened off camera in the tough house of season 3? Yeah, loads, but it was 20 years ago, mate. It was 19 years ago. I'm trying to think of one for you, though. I don't know. There was a lot of shit. I was terrified. When the Ultimate Fighter came out. I was like, fucking hell, what are they going to put in? How am I going to look? If I was asked to play John Fury in a movie, would you do it? Well, I'm proper fighting man. That accent sounds like nothing like John Fury, to be honest. Nothing. I just grasped onto the No Man Alive for a laugh, and it just seems to have stuck. Proper fighting man. Yeah, I would. Fuck it. How much would you want? How much UFC would you watch if you didn't work for the UFC? Well, Adam Rogers, I'd still watch all the fights. I am a combat sports enthusiast. And the UFC is the best organization on planet Earth. They're the best at what they do at combat sports. Why were you Googling pics of you and Diddy? Oh, yeah, because, that's how I get my... That's what turns me on, bro. Ellie was more beautiful than ever in the last live. Thank you, Victor. Hugs from Brazil, champion. Any crazy stories from Brazil? Not really, which you would think there would be crazy stories from Brazil. But not really. Not really. I wish there was. I'm just going through the super chats here, making sure I've got them all. Crazy stories from Tough, yeah. So what do we think is next for Daniel Dubois? I says, I hate to armchair critique, but Dubois came at AJ the way everyone thought he would. Hard, fast, and zero respect. But AJ looked shocked and underprepared. It's a good point. That is precisely what he did. And... oh, my fucking neck. AJ wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He wasn't prepared to weather the storm. He didn't expect him to put it on him like that. To be fair, Dubois came out like a fighter that is in like the first 10, 15 fights of his career. When you first start your career, there's so much adrenaline. There's so much aggression. It's just a blaze of aggression. That's what I was like. But you learn to control that as you go along. Dubois came out like that. And AJ, to your point, was absolutely not ready. Thomas P, you are the man. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh, my effing neck, dude, I feel that. Yeah, bro, it's not a big cut, is it? Even that hurts, looking up. It's not a big cut. It's not a big incision. That one there, see that one there? That's from years ago when they did the fusion, but they did a disc replacement there. That was not very big. But I tell you what, fucking hell, I am in pain. AJ Manny, my pleasure, brother. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for the super chat. The other day, I was walking to sushi with the family, parked up, I got out of the car, everyone's walking along, I'm just behind them, and as I'm walking along, I just went, ah! Like that, completely out the blue. And it felt like I got stabbed in the neck, like that. And then all my arm went tingling, my fingers were numb and shit like that. And we sat in the sushi restaurant, and I started feeling really faint and dizzy, and my neck, the pain was so bad. I had pain in my traps, all my forearm tensed up. And obviously I know it's the nerves in the neck, but I was concerned that my disc had become dislodged or something like that, because, you know, they just put the disc in. So of course, like a dickhead, what do? You Google things, you know. And according to Google, I was on the verge of being paralyzed for life. So then I'm trying to get hold of my doctor the next day and all the rest of it. So it was a stressful time. It was a little bit of a stressful day yesterday, I'm not going to lie. But today is another day, and we're back. Mike, have you tried weed as pain relief? I have, but it turns me into a paranoid maniac. Paranoid maniac. What cities do I know in Brazil? Sao Paulo. I've been to Sao Paulo more than any. I've been to Sao Paulo a bunch of times. Me and Vin Diesel went down to promote the Triple X film that we did years ago. Weed as paranoia as a side effect. It does, man. The paranoia, I can't deal with it. I don't like it at all. I don't mind the feeling of euphoria, you know, the highness. But that when that initially starts to wear off, I just start having internal conversations. And then I get paranoid because, listen, I'm sitting here talking to essentially nobody. Yes, I know there's 2,500 of you here. But I'm talking to myself. I talk a lot. I get loud. I'm enthusiastic. I'm a chatter. You know, I talk shit. I never shut up. If you think I talk a lot now, you want to see me if I get stoned. Oh, my God, it's crazy. So then I start getting... So anyway, it doesn't agree with me. So I don't partake. I've learned the hard way. I've never been a guy that's really been a pothead or anything like that. So yeah, but you know. Anyway, you're an inspiration, Mike. I tell my 5-year-old about you doing what you did with One Eye, become a champ. You're a hero. Chris Mack, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. Thomas P, we did that one. Thank you, Thomas P. All right, let's do this one. I do like to see this. Where are you in the world? Let me know in the chat, please. And also, here's another one. Next big fight is Fury versus Usyk. 1 for Fury, 2 for Usyk. Callum taught me that trick recently. It's a little way of speaking to you guys. You can communicate with me. Texas, Chicago, London. Dong Hang, hi Mike. Shout out, Not Gonna Make It crew. Shout out to the Not Gonna Make It crew. Bruv. Also, happy birthday, yeah, to my Mr. Manuel. He's gonna dox himself for the boys tonight. Not Gonna Make It crew, bruv. Nottingham in the house, bruv. North Korea, UK, shout me out, mate. One of your biggest fans. Ricky, RB, Ireland, Cotswold. Never been to the Cotswold. Supposed to be so beautiful. Stockport, Yorkshire, brav. Shout out, Duffman, Preston, straight down the A59. Portugal, North Korea. We get a lot of North Korean jokers in here. Queens fucking New York. Yeah, bro. That's what's up. Mexico, Salisbury, England. London, bruv. See what I mean? Brighton, Georgia. All right. Enough of this. You know what he wants to hear me just randomly saying cities of The world. Okay, they're still coming. Oh, my word. Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not drunk. I wish I was. I'm in pain. Fontana. Boom. Shout out Bobby Green, Jalen Turner. Wales. My fanway. Blackburn. Paul Willisey. I feel for you, mate. I feel for you living in Blackburn. It's a shithole, isn't it? It's a shit. Lovely people. Blackburn used to be one of the best nights out ever. Blackburn was a really, really good night out, but Jesus Christ, did that place go downhill. Harry Klein says, big love, Michael. You are the reason that I train every day. Big love. And I thought AJ's chin was too high and guard too low, which allowed Daniel to catch him. You're right, Harry. And that's exactly what we saw. Keep up the training, buddy. Keep it up. Make it a part of your life. Make it feel so that if you don't work out, you feel weird. I do. If I don't work out, I have a shit day. Like this morning, smashed it on the exercise bike. And then I did a few weights and then rushed off to see Lucas. For anyone that didn't know, Lucas had his first high school wrestling tournament today. And got a silver medal. Very, very proud of him. South Africa. Loved you in Triple Threat. Thank you very much. Cotswold is very upmarket. I know it is. Danielle Cooper. I'm very aware. I'm just saying I've never been. So I'm going to do some content before I leave for Paris. I leave Tuesday. So I've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning to bang some content out. What kind of content do you want? What kind of content? Any ideas? Stuff you want to see? AJ, lowest fighter IQ I've ever seen. I mean, it wasn't the best, was it? It wasn't the best. It's easy to kick a man while he's down, though. You know, AJ's IQ looked phenomenal, for example, against Francis Ngannou. Granted, we know Francis is not a high-level boxer, but he looked... He was so strategic. He took his time. He waited. He allowed Ngannou to do essentially what Dubois was doing to him. Just get a little reckless and silly and all the rest of it. There's a difference between Dubois and Ngannou, obviously. But AJ took his time, saw the opening, boom, and delivered that shot. So you can't say he has a bad fight IQ. But tonight, I think Eddie Hearn said it best, and I agree. He wasn't the same after taking those first couple of digs. We're seeing the first round there. That's where he gets dropped. Dubois just hits hard, man. And he was swinging for the fences. AJ landed a few shots. And on the flip side, Dubois, here's the end now. Oh. So they just showed an overhead shot of the finish. And what happened was AJ got too confident. He landed a right hand. That made him confident. He backed Dubois up into the corner for the first time. That gave him more confidence to stand his ground. And that was his big mistake because he cracked Dubois and Dubois just fired straight back. And that was it. And that was it. Man, Daniel Dubois. Fair play. Well done to that guy. Bisping and Diddy. Love story video. Hold on, where did it go? Let's have a look.
In the world, I just need a dance.
Where was it? It was up there before. Oh, I think
You
if I
said,
go
because we were
backwards,
speaking before
something.
the fight happened, you
I don't
said
know.
that
Anyway.
if
Whatever.
whichever way it goes, if it's a loss,
Right, I think that's your lot. I think that might be your lot. Daniel Fury should be next. I think Usyk is too good. Dubois versus Fury. No, Fury's fighting Usyk next December. It's already matched up. It's already happening. I am not using crack streams. I paid 20 quid on DAZN. Anthony was taking mini naps all fight. He was. He got dropped a lot. Terry Bailey, thank you for supporting everything I do, mate. You are a good man. Luke Riley is the future of the UFC. Cage Warriors tonight was amazing. Mikey, 3343. Thank you. I wanted to ask if you ever considered postponing the fight with GSP when you broke your ribs. Insane toughness to fight with that injury, and I believe you would have won if you were healthy. Mikey, thank you very much. I couldn't because, and I believe I would have won. The ribs were bad, and then my bloody jock strap, my cup, ripped as well. That was another thing, but Yeah, the ribs were fucked, but I couldn't. I knew I was almost done. I knew I was on borrowed time. I had one eye, right? And we all do this, yeah, for the glory, but we also do it for money, right? And I was almost 38 years old. I was 38, I think, maybe. And one eye, so I shouldn't have been fighting in the first place. I was going up against George St. Pierre. It was a massive fight. It was a super fight. 2 champions from 2 divisions. He's one of the greatest of all time. The pay-per-view was going to do fantastic. There's no way I wasn't walking into the octagon. There's just no way. There's absolutely no way. And I knew going in it wasn't going to end well. But for my family, I was like, well, fuck it, I'll give it a go. If I lose, I'll lose my belt. But I'll also take close to $3 million with me, which is a lot of money. And if I win, I'll fucking win. And being the ignorant arsehole or the cocky prick that I am, I was like, the odds are against me, but I still think I can do it. You know? What do you do? What do you do? Hey, Mike, who do you think is going to win? Pleb of the week this week, Jacob or Mr. Manuel? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. But I tell you what, I'm in pain. And my neck's killing. So I'm going to go. I'm going to lie down. I need to rest my head. I need to rest my head like this. This position here on the neck is the worst. If you look side on, look at the neck. You're hunched over. It's just fucking bad, man. That's why when you sit at desks all day, I want to just trap my hand between the chair and the desk. It's not going very well. Get yourself a massage. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? All right, weird neck position. It is. It is. I missed you, don't know, Gary Barlow. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, mate. Well, what did you say? Let me know here in the chat and I'll answer it. I do apologise. 39% of you, by the way, think that Anthony Joshua should retire from boxing. 40. I'm not saying I think he should retire. I'm saying I would completely understand if he retired. And he would walk away, find himself in the Boxing Hall of Fame, one of the greatest heavyweight fighters that we've had, certainly one of the greatest British heavyweight fighters. Loads of money in the bank, memories for life, nothing to be ashamed of, you know. But we're fighters, and he doesn't want to end it like that. He doesn't want to walk out in front of 95,000 people, see those crazy scenes, and then have that performance, and that be the last time that people see him fight. No, that is not what he wants. That is not what he wants. And that's why we always come back to the octagon. That's why we walk back to the ring. That's why fighters need protecting from themselves, because we always think we got one more in us. We always think we can do it. We always think that wasn't the best version of me. There was a reason. I was sick. I stubbed my toe. I tore my ribs. Okay? I had one eye. I can come back and get a better win and retire on that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I think that's it, boys and girls. 2,200 of you still on after the fight, so I appreciate you all for being here. I'll be doing a preview of Benoit Saint-Denis versus Moicano. I'll be commentating that fight next week. Straight after that, we've got UFC 307 as well. Topuria versus Max. Great fight card. That is an unbelievable fight card. But I'm starving, and I'm going to get out of here. So, wherever you are in the world, thank you for spending a couple of hours with me. What was it? Hour and a half. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know, some of these other streamers, they go live for like 6 hours, 7 hours. I feel for them. Have you got nothing better to do? Anyway, cheers, bro. Have a good one. Joe Sepulveda. I'm going to give you a few you guys a shout out. Mo Saeed, BC Capone, Chicken Gizzard, Nick S. I'll miss you as well. Julian Jolly. Dublin in the house. Fucking right. Sir Harold. Paul Denino. Word 789. Ian Gary Barlow. Adam Rogers, would you change the Gastelum fight? I mean, yeah, I got paid almost. I got a lot of money for it. It was like almost 800 grand. Do you know what I mean? And I was done anyway. I was retired. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing because that's a fight I could easily win. You know what I mean? But I just lost. I don't need to go through the whole story. It's embarrassing and it's a tough pill to swallow. But at the time, taking the massive payday that I got for the George St. Pierre fight and then being able to parlay, well, it was probably closer to 850,000 on top of it. Just to fly to China, no training camp, go out there, roll the dice. I thought I could have got him. He got me. It is what it is. Fair play to him. But just stuck an extra bit of cash in the bank. Do you know what I mean? To help me with my retirement and help me raise the kids and put them through college and pay for bills and multiple fucking cars. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't because I need it. Anyway, right, that is it. Guys, take care. Once again, oh God, Hell One is on the screen. I'm definitely going. Might give my bird a shout out. She will hear it as she is next. We are Scousers, right? Ian Connolly. Right, you fucking Ian Connolly's bird, right? You fucking Scouse bitch. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. What I meant is, Ian Connolly's girlfriend, you are a lovely girl. Daniel Cooper, good night. Fair enough, bro. I would have taken the fight. Exactly, Mo. Nice chunk of change for 2 weeks' work. Was it even 2 weeks, really, was it? Have a good night. Adam Ramos, shout out to you, brother. Carl BG. Mike, can you shout out my bro, Jack Duff? Done. Aidan Bagwell, yeah. I've got nothing against Luis J. Gomez. We used to be good mates. I don't see him anymore. I don't work with him. Night Bisping, George, Walnut, and Daniel Cooper. Uh-oh, maybe not. Here comes that storm. Right. Bye-bye. I will be back. I don't know when I'll be back doing one of these. I'm going to Paris. Anyway.